I'm Harvey Smith, the Executive Creative Director for Blacksite. Excited to be talking to you today about our Xbox Live gameplay teaser that just came out. For more information, you can go to BlacksiteGame.com.
The only team to survive contact.
And it's really exciting to be working on a pure shooter. Most of the game takes place in very grounded, realistic settings. Small town US, I mean some of the missions are in Iraq, but very often you're at a strip center or just outside a school playground on the streets of US cities. This is one of the player's squad mates, Mitchell Ambrose. And the player, Aaron Pierce, is the player character, and he's either alone in some missions or he has 1 to 3 squad mates with him. Right now he's got 2 guys, Grayson and Ambrose. We've got the breakable system from Stranglehold, where lots of things in the game can be shattered or broken up. The green icon in the distance is a squad command, so if the player focuses the squad's fire on something, they'll shoot it. If the player focuses them on the ground, they'll move to that spot. And so off and on, little cinematic moments are kicked off as Grayson tries to kick in the door. We never want the monsters just to be waiting for the player, just standing around like video game enemies, so we always have some sort of reveal. Here the reborn scout is shaking the van, the victim's trying to roll up the window. The player fires the glass, someone yells it's bulletproof, the door to the van gets torn off, and then the battle in the Quickie Mart kicks off. One of the things you'll see here is the squad's morale going up and down. If the player's doing really well, the squad's morale stays high, their tactics are very aggressive. The torso separates off the reborn scout and tries a suicide bomb. The player almost went down, and if one of the squad mates had gone down, morale would have dipped and hurt the overall effectiveness of the player's squad. Red at the edges of the player's vision. We wanted to go with minimal HUD. The other reborn have demoed the back door, and the player's shooting the hell out of some shelves, fighting melee's one of them. And now the fight moves out into the rest of the gas station. The reborn have taken cover behind a jersey barrier in the distance. And if the player hits it enough, it'll be torn up and they'll abandon it as a cover item since it won't be protective anymore.
It's gonna blow!
And the Unreal technology allows us to do the, shiny wet concrete and metal, which we absolutely love since we're all totally into immersive environments. We want the environment to feel very cohesive and very real. And here the player's going to regroup and pick up some ammo and move on to the next area.
They've been dead for a while.
And squad morale resets fairly quickly, so there's no long-term penalty or anything like that. It's on a per-battle basis. Here the player's dropping down into the next area. He's going to fight some drudges. We have a whole ecology of Xeno creatures in addition to the Reborn. The Reborn are sort of an army of one program gone awry, and the Xenos are a byproduct of experimenting with non-terrestrial biology. And the Drudge can jump and attach itself to vehicles, it can headbutt, it has a claw attack, and a stream of liquid it can spray. And they're made to be like small packs of very tough, so you don't ever fight them, at 20 or 30 at a time. Little things like wires overhead and water towers and strip malls mixed with helicopters, kind of haunting. And one of the squad mates goes down, which lowers the overall squad morale, makes the other squad mate less effective, but as soon as the last enemy drops, the squad mates get back up.
Copy that, 2-1. We'll meet you at rally.
So we have flares flying up from the 4th Infantry, which the player's there to rescue. And as the player makes his way, regroups and makes his way into the strip center, we're going to kick off one of our cinematics, which don't actually take control away from the player.
Down, get down!
Shockwave hits the squad, takes cover, or crouches down. in absence of cover. And the Spire rears up and begins to attack. It begins releasing more drudges. This has been an early look at Blacksite, our first-person shooter. And today we've showed you some of our squad command functionalities, some of our squad morale features. Some of the destructibles are in, and I think we've given you a good feel for the pace of the game and some of the very grounded locations. Appreciate the opportunity to talk about the game. If you want to look at more, go to BlacksiteGame.com.